Should be back up and running. There we go. So yes guys, I do apologise, for some bizarre reason it kicked me for some bizarre reason, I've no idea how, but nevertheless we are back. Yes, so as I was saying, but yeah, as I was saying, we are here at Lago for excuse me, races 10, 11 and 12 of the championship. It is going to be very interesting to see how well things go forward this evening, purely because there is a few guys that are out and about racing. They're just testing at the moment. This is currently just practicing ready for the all-important 10-minute qualification. So I'll go through who's here and who is the ones to watch. I'm going to obviously give the ones to watch tonight, and it should be a very interesting race. I can't wait to see how well they go around here. As I say, it is a very the first part of the course is a bit technical, because going into the first left it is very narrow on the entry. If you clip the grass you can easily just do a little jump and potentially T-bone the car in front. So obviously you got Andrew Osler in the Repsol Evolution 10, the car that Nikola Stevanovic was racing last season. Then you've got his son Finley, currently in the Monster Energy Mustang. I've raced this car myself, so I know quite a bit about the Mustang, as Nathan Rumbout, Brian Moncarney's compatriot, so the Belgian driver, making his second appearance, maybe his third appearance of the championship in the Toyota GT86, a very car that is quite a bit very underrated, excuse me, in my opinion. But then you've obviously got Jamie Hillman in the Texaco BMW M4. The Colin Turkington machine that Nath Fletch normally races is not here tonight. Nath is elsewhere this evening, so he will not be racing, which is a bit of a shame really, because I was expecting him to do really well after getting a couple of maybe a podium last time out at Track and Trails Gardens. But nevertheless, we have got one BMW M4, and that is the hands of Jamie Hillman. Then we got Oscar Stevenson, after having a week away. I think he had a bit of I don't know exactly what was happening last time out for him. Good evening mate, how's it going? Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. It is nice to be part of, so as I was saying, Oscar Stevenson was missing last week, but he's back in the McDonald's Mustang that Sampa have Sampa took to second place in the championship last season, so the McDonald's Mustang is back on the grid. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen. Then you've got Rasmus Ommeren in the Castrol Rick Khalif-esque Nissan GTR, the first of the GTRs, just for the time being. The Dane trying to push on and trying to get further back up the point table, because you know he's had a bit of a weird, well, not a weird sort of start to the season, but he's had one of them where, you know, things have gone his way and things haven't. But we'll see how well he can do. He's obviously slowly adapting to that Nissan GTI. you know, he said in the past it's a bit of a handful for him, but we'll see exactly how well he goes. Then you got Noah Wright in the Milky Way inspired Hyundai Genesis. The Milky Way Genesis seems to be thereabouts. The Genesis seems to be the class of the field this time round, but be interesting to see how well he goes. Speaking of the Genesis, Brucey Collins swapped his Hendrix livery to the Alloy, the Do It Right liveried sort of NASCAR, so he's in now the purple and sort of pink and probably black rimmed or black rimmed Hyundai Genesis. Then you've got Brian Moncani in the Brian Moncani Racing GTR, but also making his series return though, that is right. Series return is Dale Griffiths, back from a few weeks out, obviously due to personal issues, but it is nice to see Dale back on the grid. And you know, we've missed this guy, and you know, it is so nice to have him back out there on the grid for taking over the livery, well, the Lexus RCF that Jamie raced last season. But it is going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen. But from what I see, what is going to happen? But you know, I believe Nuno is here. Yeah, Nuno George is around. So the Subaru WRX driver is here. Missing tonight though is Neil Smale. Neil Smale has got a bit of a slight problem with his ankle, so I think he's not going to be returning until that is fully healed. So we wish Neil all the best in a recovery for this evening. But as I say, it is going to be a lot of things ongoing, but hopefully we get some good action tonight. I'm not too sure where Bush Bondi is tonight. I don't know whether he's going to be into the lobby very soon. I'll just double check, but at the moment it is looking likely. So far we have got 11 drivers into so we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But nevertheless, we'll see how quick we can get through tonight. But hopefully, you know, we have a good night of racing. We do have, as I say, 10 minutes of qualifying. 10-minute qualification is normally the key point to see who is the quickest and also who tends to push the absolute limit of their cars. It seems at the moment during testing though, Noah has got the fastest time at 123.721, which seems to be very average around here at the moment. It's obviously the 123s, but it's late 123s. I'll tell you what, it is going to be close. I know Nathan Roberts is going to be pushing that Hyundai Genesis, but not Hyundai Genesis, I do apologise, Toyota GT86. It's because the Genesis of Brucey Collins was ahead of him. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen. So hopefully we will be good to go very soon. But we'll see how quick we can go for qualifying. But it looks like we should be good to go. very soon. So we'll see how quick things go. It looks like Dale's getting to grips with that Lexus RCF slightly. But as I say, we'll be going very shortly for qualifying. But we'll see how quick things go. It is looking likely, you know, we've got around 11 cars tonight, so it's a good number for the grid. So Jamie has started qualifying. We will have to go without him, unfortunately, but nevertheless things are looking good. Give me a second, I'll just check. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen for qualifying. Hopefully everyone gets out of pit lane okay, because majority of the times pit lane over here still have a bit of a launch out of pit lane there. I think he's got a bit of a sort of a momentum, but we'll see how well everyone does around here for qualifying. Brian Moncani will be the last to leave, I believe. Was throwing out his best mate Nathan Rumbout for going out of pit lane. As I say, round here it is not the easiest of sessions round here, especially with traffic getting in the way towards the latter half. So going through Mobile Turn now as we go. So as I say, there is around 11 drivers tonight. So Finley Ostler is thereabouts in the Monster Energy inspired Mustang at the moment, and then obviously Nathan Rombach and of course Brian Moncani. It's not raining, mate, but you know, as Rasmus and Nuno have already picked up 5/10 penalties for their shenanigans off track, but Jamie will lead them around for starting the flying laps then. So let's see how quick he will get that BMW off the line. He got a podium actually last time out, I think, if I remember rightly. I'm trying to remember exactly who got what last time out at Track and Trail. But at the moment Jamie's pushing that BMW then, the Texaco inspired BMW M4. Was due to race the Subaru WRX, the Red Bull sponsored WRX, but I think he decided he wanted to go to the rear-wheel drive BMW, which is fair enough because they are the WRX. Brexit did eat its tyres quite a bit as Rasmus goes off a wide, which isn't going to help his lap time, but nevertheless it is his first flying lap. Potentially get 3 or 4 depending on how quick and how well they go around here. We'll see if everyone's doing okay at the moment. Oscar there in 4th, followed by Dale at the moment. Dale seems to be getting to grips slowly but surely with that Lexus RCF. Then you've got Brucey Collins and Noah, both Hyundai Genesises. Hopefully they will link up and get a bit of a tow. But do I spot on the side of that car the new Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs logo? Yes, I do. But nevertheless, he will push on, try and see what he can do. As Dale goes off there, he's got a bit of an issue there. Jamie goes to 124.9 then, so it's a bit of a early gap between, but Oscar though pips in by 124.466. Rasmus Ommeren 124.577. So Brucey Collins up into 4th. I think Dale's still got a bit of a nightmare there, but it looks like Nathan Rumbout. Oh, Brian Moncani goes fastest though, 123.945 at the moment. The Belgian championship leader as well goes fastest, so we'll see how well he does. He gets past his best mate Nathan Rumbout, but Nathan Rumbout, it's Belgian first and fourth at the moment, but that seems to be thereabouts. But Finley is a 125.0007, so that could be very close to see what the Ford Mustang can do. Nuno Robert 125.127, so we'll be thereabouts. Noah 130.402. Doesn't need that. He's purple in that sector, trying to chase after Brucey Collins at the moment, trying to get a toe off the fellow car that is ahead of him at the moment. And Aussie Rooster Andrew Ostler 131.6 at the moment, so that's a bit unfortunate for Andrew Ostler at the moment. Rasmus goes into pit lane and has put a fresh pair of tyres on. Maybe he's outdone them already, but who knows, with around 25 minutes, 5 minutes and 21 seconds. I do apologise. Noah goes fastest then with a 123.522 there. Brian Moncani down into second at the moment with a 123.9. He's thereabouts, but Oscar Stevenson 124.466, so he kind of gets thereabouts. The Ostler, the Rooster should I say, 125.2, so he's improved his lap time. Dale still suffering with that behind the Lexus RCF at the moment. Maybe he's trying to push on and trying to get to grips with 4.5 minutes to go in the qualification session for race number 10 then of the season. So Noah seems to be adapting very well at the moment with that Hyundai Genesis. Could we see him back onto pole position? Could we see him back into sort of that style of racing that we saw a couple of races ago? That was Dale going off at the final turn, but Oscar breaks there. Nuno 124.786, so it's going to be about 4 minutes left to qualify, and so let's see what's going to happen for the championship. Brian Moncani though, however, what's he going to do? Is he going to push on? Goes to 123.839, but Nathan Robarts back up into fourth then, 124.575, so that's going to be thereabouts. The Belgians are summoning Oscar Stevenson at the moment, so the Genesis versus the GTR versus the Mustang versus the Toyota GT86. It's going to be thereabouts, but looking what Brian Moncani can do then. Brian Moncani racing Nissan GTR seems to be enjoying the championship at the moment. You know, he's had a couple of race wins thereabouts. He's still got the wipers on. Maybe he's accidentally hit the wiper, but nevertheless he will see what he can do. Obviously Noah goes into pit lane, and so that will probably hamper him with 3 minutes left. We'll see what Oscar can do. Clips up a bit of the curb there and a bit of the dirt, but that doesn't seem to affect him. Is he going to go through the final turn now? It's going to be thereabouts, but we'll see exactly what Oscar's going to do. He's about to cross the line for thereabouts. He still stays third at the moment. Nuno 124.6, Brucey Collins though up into fourth, 124.494, so he's going to be thereabouts. But Rasmus Ommeren, top of the tree, 123.439 at the moment, so he's doing very well in the Castrol GTR. So GTR's 1 and 3 at the moment on the grid, but as it stands with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left, we'll see exactly what's going to happen between these guys. Are we going to see any more quicker times? Brian Moncani though, however, he's on an outlap. Maybe he's put fresher rubber on. He's probably thinking, right, time to go and see what we can do. But we'll see what we'll do around here. But Noah's going on to another fly. We'll go on to his flyer now, but at the moment it seems it'll be all about Rasmus Ommeren. Seems to be pushing on for quite some time within within the Nissan GTR at the moment. Obviously, as I say, he's had a bit of a weird season so far with the GTR. He's found it a handful, but nevertheless, we'll see how well he can go for this evening. He's about to cross the line. Doesn't improve this time round, but he's got a minute to go then. Noah, he's thereabouts. He's going to try and push that Hyundai Genesis to where he wants to be. But at the moment then, Finley's gone a 124.885, so that puts him 8th at the moment. He's just in front of Jamie Hillman and his dad at the moment, so it's going to be very close. But his dad, Andrew, goes fastest, 124.7, so father and son sort of bunched up together at the tail end of the field at the moment. It seems to be thereabouts, but Noah's about to cross the line. We'll see what he can do. He goes around, goes 130.4 at the moment, so he can't improve this time round, but 4 seconds left of qualifying then. But qualifying now has finished, so those who are on their laps now will be finishing their laps. It seems Rasmus Ommeren may be getting pole position this time round. Jamie with a 124.406. Let's put him 4th, so that's a very good lap by Jamie for the BMW driver. But Brian Mulcahy going through the last half of the lap now, seeing what he can do with the likes of Dale. He's got a bit of traffic of Dale ahead of him, but Dale's completed his lap and Finley's just there as well. Finley down in top front, and Mulcahy though still stays 3rd with Noah in 2nd. What's he going to do? Is Rasmus excuse me, Rasmus in 1st place then. Noah at the moment seems to be the only one that is thereabouts to see what he's going to do. It seems, you know, sort of the championship battle was sort of thereabouts within qualifying as well, but we shall see what is going to be going on for the first race of the evening here at Lago then. So it will be Rasmus that takes pole position, followed by Noah and Brian Mulcahy, but this is where it's going to be very close in the race to see exactly what is going to happen. But it will be Rasmus from Noah, followed by Brian Mulcahy, followed by Jamie after that stellar lap at the end to get on the 4th on the grid, followed by Oscar and Brucey, and of course Nathan Romalt, of course Nuno, followed by Finley, and of course Andrew, and then of course Dale. But we are getting the 5 red lights on the starting gantry. They are going to flip to green. The revs are building as are mine, and we are good to go for race number 10 of the championship. Who's going to get a good start into turn number 1? It looks like Rasmus Ommeren is also there with Brian Mulcahy trying to take Noah for 2nd place at the moment. Jamie goes a bit wide with Oscar Stevenson also trying to latch onto the back. It seems that Brucey Collins had a bit of a slide in that Genesis, but it seems to be thereabouts. But it looks like Nuno has got a issue, which is a bit unfortunate for him, but unfortunately we can't do anything about it. It looks like though Brucey Collins has also disappeared, but it's a bit unfortunate because can't do much about it, unfortunately. But it looks like Rasmus Ommeren will be thereabouts. So it looks like Rasmus will lead the race then, followed by Noah, followed by Brian Mulcahy and Jamie, followed by Oscar and Nathan Rombout, and of course Andrew Osler. Has Finley got a penalty, or has he just had a bit of an issue? Looks like we are missing a few drivers this time round, which is a bit unfortunate, but we probably are going to have to restart by the looks of it. So I do apologise about that, guys. I do apologise about that, guys. We had to sort something out for race number 1. So we'll see what's going to happen. I do apologise for any delay, guys. Let's go. I do apologise, guys. We're just trying to sort the grid out for the race, but hopefully we should be good to go. So I do apologise for the lateness for getting race number 1 on the way. I know the grid might be slightly wrong, but nevertheless it will have to do. But hey ho, we are good to go for race number 10. Then we'll see exactly if everyone is okay from the back of the grid as well. But who's going to get a good start into turn number 1 then? Who is going to get an electric start? It looks like Rasmus Ommeren, followed by Brian Moncani. At the moment it seems that we're all good to go, but it looks like going into turn number 1, Jamie Hillman up into third then, with Noah trying to latch onto the back already, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Noah has to tuck in behind Jamie Hillman, but Oscar Stevenson in a McDonald's Mustang trying to get attack on to Brucey Collins, with Nuno George right behind, as well as Andrew Osler. But it looks like Finley's trying to battle with Nathan Rombounce, the Toyota GT86, as Oscar gets a bit of a tail whip into the kink there. He's thereabouts, but he's still battling with the likes of Ozzy Rooster and of course Nuno, but Nuno's alongside Brucey Collins at the moment. But you've got Finley and Excalibur and of course Dale at the tail of the field at the moment, but looking likely there's a bit of a push there between Finley and of course Nathan Rumbounce, with Dale trying to catch up to this group. Now he's back racing. He said he wasn't going to be very quick off the mark this evening due to his been away for a while. But was that Noah with a penalty? That had to take a penalty. Yes, it was. So he's dropped down to 5th at the moment. Brucey Collins in 6th place at the moment, trying to latch up to the back of that other Genesis, with the Aussie Rooster trying to climb up the order from 7th then at the moment, as we go on to lap 2 out of 10 going into the first corner there. We'll see exactly what's going to happen, but in the meantime the two GTRs of Rasmus Ommeren and of course Brian Moncani seem to be escaping away from the likes of Jamie and of course Nuno's thereabouts, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. It is going to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, Nuno is going to try and put Jamie under considerable amount of pressure as he goes to try and get that BMW dispatched. He's trying to do it right now, but he can't. Is he going to do it this time? But Jamie's thinking about it. You know, he's going to try and think he's got that inside line, but Nuno takes third down from Jamie Hillman. Jamie's fighting back. You know what Jamie's going to be like. Is he going to fight back, or is Nuno going to defend like mad? We'll see exactly what happens, but at the moment Noah's trying to catch these guys back up. It seems to be very close to see how close and personal things get. Brucey Collins still in 6th then, followed by Rooster and of course Oscar at the moment. Oscar's trying to get that McDonald's Mustang. Oh, Jamie goes wide out on the final turn. That is going to be a bit of a moment. Joins back in front of Brucey Collins though, with the Aussie Rooster trying to catch up as well, followed by Oscar and of course Finley and of course Nathan Rumbox and of course Dale in 11th place at the moment. But Rasmus Ommeren seems to be leading the race from Brian Moncani. Noah's trying to get past Nuno. He gets it done, with Jamie trying to be thereabouts, but you know the Genesises are coming on strong. Nuno's Subaru at the moment seems to be pushing back. Well, he's going backwards slightly. The Portuguese driver hasn't got his compatriot Bruno Batica this season to help him out, but Jamie's thereabouts. But we'll see exactly how close the racing at the moment seems to be fair and square. There's not really been a lot of paint squabbles at the moment, but Jamie gets back into 4th. Then Nuno trying to get that Subaru back on the attack. It seems it handles a lot more against Jamie's BMW at the moment, but I'll tell you what, this could be very interesting because Oscar's got in front of the Rooster with Jamie and Nuno trying to go thereabouts, but Nuno has got to be careful because Jamie's BMW is on that attack. But I'll tell you what, Oscar goes a bit wide again, but Brucey Collins is going to try and make it 3 cars wide, is he? It's going to be thereabouts. It could be 3 cars wide going into the final turn. Breathe in, ladies and gents. Oh my goodness. It looks like Rooster and of course Oscar, they're having a bit of a battle as well, but Nuno gets back into 4th, then Brucey Collins 5th, Jamie 6th at the moment. This could be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, there's quite a lot of cars now bunching up going into this bit of a turn. Nuno clips that curb though, handles it well, but it looks like Rooster and of course Oscar, they're having a bit of a paint swapping moment between the pair of them. Brucey Collins and of course Jamie Hillman, they're battling for 5th and 6th at the moment. The Rooster trying to get back up into this group, but you can just see Nathan Rumbold and of course Finley trying to push on. It seems after Finley's win at Dragon Tails Gardens, he's going to want to try and push on for quite a bit, but Oscar's going to try and get a move on the Rooster this time round. I think he's going to get it again. Yes, he is, but it seems to be the 4-car battle. Jamie's back into, well, battle for 4th between Nuno and of course Jamie and of course Brucey Collins. What's happening further ahead? That's allowed Rasmus and Brian Moncani, the 2 GTRs, to get away from Noah at the moment, with Jamie in 4th, then with Nuno in 5th, followed by Brucey Collins 6th, followed by the Rooster. Oh, there's a bit of contact between the Mustangs and the Toyota GT86 of Nathan Rumbold. That was not going to work. That looked to be between Oscar, Finley and of course Nathan, and it seems Nathan's dropped back to 10th, Dale still in 11th, trying to get to grips with that Lexus RCF. He seems to have a bit of an issue though. Brian Moncani in 2nd place, with Rasmus in 1st place though. Noah clips up the grass though. He doesn't want to be doing that in his Hyundai Genesis. He wants to keep on, wants to push on, with Jamie in 4th, then followed by Nuno now 5th. Brucey Collins trying to latch up to the back. The Genesis seems to be the stronger out of the 2 cars at the moment. It seems to be on to lap 5 we go then. But Brucey Collins, is he going to try and get that move done on Nuno? Is he going to get it? Fantastic stuff. But I'll tell you what, I think that move between the 2 Mustangs and the Toyota GT86 will be looked at, because it seemed to be a bit of a noticeable contact going into that. 3 cars don't go into that section unless you're very brave, but Brucey Collins gets in front of Nuno then for 5th place. Then it seems to be pushing on quite a bit, but I think Jamie's going to try and catch up to Noah if he can this time round. But you can just see Brucey and of course Nuno both raced each other last season. It seems to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you this, it is going to be very quick to see what's going to happen. The Rooster 7th for the moment, Oscar in 8th, then followed by Finley in 9th, then followed by Nathan, followed by Dale in 11th for the moment. But in the meantime, Rasmus Ommeren seems to be leading away from Brian Moncani. Brian Moncani trying to catch him up as best as he can. Both similar machinery, and it seems that the Dutchman over the Belgian versus the Brit of Noah at the moment, with Jamie trying to push on, with Brucey Collins still thereabouts, holding off Nuno for 5th place at the moment. Nuno in 6th, then followed by the Rooster in 7th at the moment, with Oscar in 8th, then followed by Finley, followed by Nathan. But at the moment then the gap is closing between Jamie and of course Noah at the moment. Noah's trying to get away from Jamie as best as he can, but is this going to be a problem? I don't think it will, but Brian Moncani still trying to catch up to Rasmus Ommeren. He's around the 1.4 second mark to try and catch up to him. He's going to be thereabouts. Will he catch him before the race though? But the 2 GTRs seem to be on strong at the moment, with Noah's Hyundai Genesis seems to be, oh, he's gone a bit, I thought he was a bit wide there, but he didn't. Jamie's trying to catch him up as best as he can though, with Jamie trying to get away from Brucey Collins as well. The 2 Genesis sandwiching that BMW at the moment, seems to be thereabouts, but you know, fair play, these guys aren't giving up. On to lap 7 out of 10 then. It looks like Nathan Rumbold has got past Oscar, because Oscar's got a bit of a penalty. He's got to be careful as Dale gets into 10th then, with Finley in 11th at the moment. The Mustangs all seem to be struggling thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, I did say Brian Moncani would catch up to Rasmus Ommeren, didn't I? I did say that. He's around 1.2 of a second. He's now 1.4 though. The gap's grown a bit. It's now shrinking again because Rasmus made a mistake going out of Mobile. Is he going to try and get Brian Moncani, the championship leader, catch on to the back of course, Rasmus Omren, both in similar machinery. Obviously different paint scheme between the pair of them, but I tell you what, a battle for the two GTRs now for the race lead. This could be Brian Moncani's moment to shine. You know, Brian is going to be thereabouts. Is he going to try and take the move to Rasmus Omren? Rasmus closes the door slightly, but he runs a bit wide. But this is where the battles could be raging. I'll tell you what, this could be a very interesting battle with around 2 laps to go in the opening race for the evening. Then Brian Moncani thinks about it, but Rasmus closes the door. But this is probably how Rasmus wants to be. Thereabouts, you know, he seems to be thereabouts now. The two GTRs will be pushing. We'll see exactly what these two can do. The 43 versus the 14 car. It seems that the Castrol versus the Brian Moncani Racing inspired GTR, the Belgian trying to push on. He knows how to race, he knows how to win races, but I think Rasmus will be thereabouts with him. It will seem to be a very quick and close proximity between the pair of them. We'll see exactly what's going to happen, but I'll tell you what, Brian Moncani, week in, week out, and he's got that move done. What a fantastic move. I'll tell you what, Rasmus probably thinks, what have I got to do to get back into the race lead? We'll come back to that battle in a moment, but Noah seems to be third at the moment from Jamie. Brucey Collins has got Nuno chasing him down, but I'll tell you what, Rasmus is going to take Brian Moncani. That line, they both take the similar line lap after lap, but Brian Moncani has the overlap. Is he going to get the overlap from Rasmus, or is he just going to get that toe off Rasmus going down the start finish line, down for the penultimate lap then? This is what I mean between these two. The GTRs seem to be thereabouts, but Rasmus hopped that curb. Did that unsettle his GTR slightly? I think not, but I'll tell you what, Noah's still there in third, then followed by Jamie and of course Brucey Collins, excuse me, with Nuno behind him. Tried to tuck in the Rooster 7th, Nathan Rombolt's 8th then, with Dale in 10th, Oscar in 9th then with the hazard lights on. Don't know what's happened to Oscar at the moment, but he's had a bit of an issue. Dale still 10th and Finley in 11th for the moment, but going back to that battle for the lead then, Brian Moncani's not going to give up. He knows the final lap will be coming up very shortly, and we'll see exactly what is going to happen. Is he going to be thereabouts? But I'll tell you what, Rasmus Omren, fair play, he's not giving up. Excuse me, he's not giving up, holding on to that lead. But Brian Moncani, he will think about it, tries to make the same move as Rasmus did. They're both side by side trading paint. Out of the final turn we go then, but onto the last lap we go. The two GTRs are still going to battle. It looks like the 3-car battle between Jamie and of course Brucey and of course Nuno. This is where it could be getting very close between the pair of them, well, the three of them should I say. Brucey's still there in 5th then, followed by Nuno, and Jamie still in 4th. But I'll tell you what, the battle for the race lead still getting exciting, with Rasmus Omren trying to hold off for dear life from Brian Moncani. Brian Moncani knows how, as I say, he knows how to win races, but I'll tell you what, Rasmus Omren needs to be on the limit. Excuse me. With Brian Moncani trying to push on for that elusive another win of the season, but it seems the GTRs, fair play so far, apart from that incident between Excalibur and of course Finley and of course Oscar, that has only been probably a bit of a major incident. But I'll tell you what, Rasmus Omren, he's got to be careful, because Brian Moncani, is he going to make the attack? He's a bit too far back now. He's a bit too far back. That's a bit unfortunate. But I'll tell you what, fair play, Rasmus Omeren coming through the final turn, about to take the checkered flag for the first race this evening here at Lago on the East Circuit. He will be delighted. Flashes the lights, Brian Mulcahy. Fair play, Noah in third, then with Jamie fourth, Nuno fifth, Brucey in sixth, then with the Rooster in seventh, Nathan Rombounce. After a bit of contact, will be eighth, followed by Oscar ninth, followed by Finley in 10th, and Finley's had a bit of getting back into 10th place then, but obviously Dale's had a bit of an issue in that Lexus RCF. It seems to be thereabouts, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Dale will be on pole position for race number 2 then. But it seems to be thereabouts. But I'll tell you this, Rasmus Omeren, pole position, fastest lap, and he takes the clean race as well. But that is going to be thereabouts. But let's see what race number 2 is going to bring, because race number 2 will be very exciting. But Rasmus takes a lights to flag victory from Brian Mulcahy, followed by Noah, followed by Jamie. Jamie still gets that 4th place from Nuno. Brucey Collins in 6th, then the Rooster 7th, Nathan Rombounce 8th, and Oscar 9th, Finley 10th, followed by Dale in 11th. Fastest lap though went to Rasmus Omeren, 1:23.578 on lap number 2. It is going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen, but who knows. Sorry guys, my fault if you're watching the stream. I put next race 8:19, but then I didn't realise. So we'll see exactly what race 2 is going to bring. But hopefully we should be in for a great other set of race. It will be very interesting. But hopefully we should be excuse me, hopefully race 2 is exciting as race number 1. It will be very good to see. But hopefully we get underway very shortly for race number 2. But who knows exactly what's going to happen. Excuse me. We'll see exactly what is going to happen. But Dale will start in pole position, followed by Finley, followed by Oscar, then of course Nathan Rumbounce, and of course the Rooster, followed by Nuno, followed by Brucey, Brucey then Nuno. And of course Jamie, then of course Noah, followed by Rasmus, and of course Brian Moncani at the tail of the field. Let's see what's going to happen. It looks like Dale has got a bit of a wheel spin, but it's not as much of a wheel spin as Oscar, because Oscar gets a bit of a nightmare. But then the Rooster comes into action because he's thereabouts, but Nuno gets into 4th. It seems a lot of cars squabbling with the likes of Brucey and of course Nuno. It looks like they had a bit of contact on the exit of turn number 2. But it looks like it's going to be thereabouts. But I tell you what, Brian Moncani's trying to get back up into thereabouts. But it looks like though Nathan Rumbounce has had a bit of an issue with that Toyota GT 6. Did he have a bit of a poor start? But Dale is thereabouts into 1st place then, with that Lexus RCF, followed by Nuno into 2nd, with the likes of Oscar and of course Finley battling with the 2 Genesis. So the 2 Mustang versus the 2 Genesises of Noah and of course Brucey, but Oscar and Finley trying to get thereabouts. We'll see exactly how quick these 2 can get away, but that is allowing Dale to try and get away from Nuno at the moment. Nuno's thereabouts in 2nd place at the moment. But this is where it's going to be thereabouts. But you can just see how quick the weather has changed slightly. It's a bit overcast now here at Lago. It seems that Dale's run a bit wide out of the final turn. Is he going to try and hold on? Nuno gets into the race lead. Dale still there. But Dale retakes the lead as he starts lap number 2. With Nuno trying to latch onto the back, but Noah is there in 3rd. Then Brucey Collins. Oh my goodness. Brucey Collins into 4th, then Noah is thereabouts. Dale unfortunately dropped down to 2nd. Noah goes grass cutting for some bizarre reason, but hopefully he will get back onto track. Brucey 4th at the moment, Finley 5th, Rasmus 6th at the moment with the Rooster, and Oscar's also there. Who was that with a penalty? It looked like Brian Moncani. Oh no, it's going to be, that will hurt him. So GTR will have to work back up into thereabouts. But I'll tell you this, Brucey is trying to push on with, of course, Dale. Dale's got a bit of an issue at the moment. Whether that issue is going to be hampering, but he's not. He's holding on for 3rd at the moment. He's got to be careful because Brucey Collins is right behind him at the moment. The 2 Genesis seem to be doing very well at the moment. It seems to be very quick. But Dale is holding on for dear life. Dale back at racing, but he did say he's going to be a bit rusty for the time being, but he's doing okay for the time being. Rasmus and Finley gets a move, but Rasmus thinks about it. But this is going to be very close to see exactly how Finley and of course Rasmus will battle between the pair of them. It will see door to door, but I'll tell you what, Rasmus will not like to be overtaken by a Ford Mustang. We know that for a fact, but Brucey Collins trying to latch onto the back of Dale at the moment for third place. He's trying to get that third place back, or third place ahead of Dale, but Dale on his season turn in Lexus RCF seems to be having a bit of wild moments at the moment, but he seems to be doing okay. He's holding on for the moments, he seems to be there, but Brucey Collins will get that Genesis alongside the RCF, which he does. Rasmus Hummer will be the next one to get past that Lexus RCF. It seems to be thereabouts. Finley is there in 6th. His dad Andrew is behind him at the moment. Andrew's trying to get further up the grid as he can, but he's still 7th place at the moment. Nathan Rumbold's 8th, Brian Mulcahy 9th, Jamie 10th. They're having a bit of a disaster, well, not a disaster, but having a bit of a memento for race number 2 with Oscar 11th for the moment, but Nuno still leads the way then from Noah at the moment. These two actually had a long season dice in the Eliminator Series last time out, well, a couple of months ago, with Brucey Collins now 3rd, Rasmus 4th, Dale in 5th at the moment. Dale seems to have a bit of a going backwards race for him at the moment, but nevertheless he will be thereabouts. Finley and of course his dad Andrew will be next in line, with Brian Mulcahy now 8th. I think Nathan Rumbold's knows exactly if Brian needs to get up to there. They will play team tactics, the Belgians at the moment, with Jamie 10th and Oscar 11th for the moment. But on to lap number 4 then, out of 10 for race number 2. This is where racing could be thereabouts, but I'll tell you this, Dale is still there in 5th place at the moment. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. The Frosties Lexus RCF that Jamie raced last season. Finley's trying to get away, but Brian Mulcahy's on the attack to the Rooster. The Rooster's going to have to try and concede to Brian Mulcahy's GTR, but they're both side by side, but Rooster gets through. You can just see how quick these guys are going, but Jamie's there in the bounce in 10th for the moment, but you can see Andrew's defending from Brian Mulcahy at the moment. Nathan Rumbold's trying to be thereabouts, you can just see, but Dale is still trying to push on. Brian Mulcahy will try and do that move he did on Rasmus onto Andrew Osler, but you can just see how quick the GTR is coming alive in this race. He obviously, starting from the tail of the field, he's trying to get more points, he's trying to get points away from the likes of Noah, but Noah's got to be careful. Rasmus trying to get into 3rd place at the moment. Brucey Collins says, not on your life, sunshine. Side by side between the pair of them. But Brucey gets back into 3rd, then Dale's still there in 5th place at the moment. With Finley in 6th and Brian Mulcahy now 7th. With Andrew Osler trying to latch onto the back of the GTR, the Mitsubishi trying to actually get thereabouts. He's not having at all a bad evening. Nathan Rumbold isn't either, with Jamie in 10th, with Oscar 11th at the moment, but you know, is Brucey going to try and defend from Rasmus Omeran at the moment? You can just see how quick, but Rasmus gets back into 3rd place. Is this going to be a fairy tale story that Rasmus could try and catch up to the likes of Noah and of course Nuno? Nuno is there with Bounce trying to hold off from Noah at the moment. Noah's trying to get that Milky Way Genesis back up into race winning potential at the moment. You can just see exactly what is going to happen thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, Noah is going to be putting Nuno into considerable amount of pressure. You can just see Noah's trying to push on. He's getting closer and closer to Nuno now, but it looks like Rasmus and of course Brucey are trying to battle their box. Finley and of course Brian and of course Andrew trying to catch up to Dale, but Dale seems to be doing very well, holding on for dear life at the moment. Finley's there in 6th place at the moment. But Brian Mulcahy, oh, he's going to try and get past the Mustang. He's got to be careful though, because he's got Andrew Osler trying to get overtake him as well onto lap 6 out of 10 then, so a handful of laps left. But this is where it could be very close to GTRs at the moment. Seem to be going forward, but it's quite impressive because at the moment Dale's still holding on for 5th place. Finley is there in 6th at the moment, with Brian in 7th, the Roosters 8th. Dale's had a bit of a nightmare there, a bit of a prang between him and of course Finley, but that is going to be very careful to see exactly what's happening. There's a couple of cars now. It looks to me that Brian's going to try and take Finley along, but Dale looks like he's had a bit of a nightmare this time around. It seems the Lexus RCF has had a bit of a challenge there, but I'll tell you what, Brian Mulcahy is not going to let that 6th place become a 6th place. He's got that 5th place from Finley. What a move! You can just see how quick the cars are coming into shot, but the race lead has changed slightly between Nuno and of course Noah. These both of them trading paint as Brucey and of course Rasmus Ommeren for 3rd and 4th, trying to do exactly the same, but this could be a very close. Nuno's trying to defend from Noah at the moment. They both touch slightly, but I'll tell you what, Noah is going to be thereabouts. He's going to try and get back to winning ways. Nuno trying to get past that Genesis as well. The Subaru seems to be thereabouts, but is he going to get there? Is he going to get there? Is he going to get past Noah this time round? With around lap 7, he got around about 3 laps to go in this race. It could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But I think Noah will have that sort of race lead sewn up, but with around 2 laps to go in a moment. But Rasmus still there, 3rd Brucey in 4th, then Brian Mulcahy 5th, and Finley in 6th, the Rooster in 7th, Jamie in 8th, then followed by Nathan Romart 8th, Dale 11th at the moment with Oscar 11th. But I'll tell you what, Nuno is getting back all over the back of Noah's Genesis at the moment. The Subaru versus the Genesis, well, the Genesis versus the Subaru could be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, it is going to be very close. We'll see exactly what is going to happen, but I believe you me, I think Nuno is on course to try and get another race win. You know, he got a race win, a couple of race wins in that BMW last season, but the Subaru seems to be trying to catch up to that Genesis, the 46 Genesis versus the number 15 Subaru Impreza WRX. You can just see how close he's getting to the back of Noah's Genesis at the moment. But is this how racing's going to be? Brucey's trying to catch up to, of course, Rasmus Ommeren. Brian Mulcahy still holding on for 5th place. Jamie with that 5/10th penalty. He's got to be careful. He is actually going to have to take it, because if he doesn't, it could go against him. So he's lost ground to the Rooster. Could almost lose ground to, of course, Nathan Rombout. Dale's still there in 10th with Oscar in 11th at the moment, but Nuno and Noah still battling for 1st and 2nd. Onto the penultimate lap we go. You can just see Nuno get back into the lead. He's got back into the lead from Noah. Noah's not giving up though. Noah, he's not giving up. I thought there was going to be a bit of contact between the pair of them, but I'll tell you what, Nuno George, you did Portuguese star. He's going to be thereabouts. He kicks up a bit of dirt. Rasmus does the same. Brucey Collins though trying to catch up. But this is why the racing is getting close. You know, we are looking forward to seeing but I'll tell you this, it is thereabouts. It is going to be very close, but Nuno and Noah, these two, feisty as everything. It is going to get there. Oh, a bit of paint swapping between the pair of them. That's around Rasmus Ommeren. Oh my goodness, Rasmus Ommeren, race 1 winner, could be potentially get back into the race lead, or get into the race lead of this. It could be thereabouts. but this is going to be very close. But Noah and Nuno, followed by Rasmus and Brucey. Oh my goodness. Where has the speed of these guys come from? But that's allowing Noah to literally get away from these three at the moment. Onto the final lap, Rasmus, careful. Careful. Rasmus does not want to afford to have any contact this time round. Oh my goodness. This could be very close. But I'll tell you what, Nuno and Rasmus versus Brucey Collins. This could be an epic battle for the podium. That's allowing Noah to escape though. Oh. Nuno still in second then. Brucey alongside Rasmus. Oh my goodness. This has been close. But that allowed Noah to escape with Nuno and of course Brucey and of course Rasmus battling for that last spot on the podium. Or should I say the last two spots on the podium, but could be thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts because I think Brucey, oh my goodness, Brucey Collins, if you get the overlap my friend I will be impressed. But at the moment then Noah will take the victory from Nuno, followed by Nuno and Brucey, then Rasmus, Brian Montani 5th, Oscar, oh my goodness, Oscar, Jamie and Andrew and of course Nathan in around 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, and Oscar, Dale and of course Oscar rounding up the field. But I tell you what, Noah, fair play. That is going to be absolutely a very crazy end to that race. I'll tell you what, it was absolutely unreal. But I'll tell you what, we will go through the race results then for race number 11 of the season. Noah takes a astounding victory. That was an absolute fantastic battle between him and Nuno, followed by Brucey Collins onto the podium then. Seems the Genesis are coming strong again in race number 2. Rasmus 4th, Brian Moncani 5th, Finley in 6th, followed by Jamie 7th, Rooster 8th, followed by Nathan in 9th, followed by Oscar. Oscar got 10th from Dale this time round. But I tell you what, it is going to be a very close final race of the evening. Brian Moncani on the fastest lap of the race, 123.702 on the penultimate lap of the race. And I tell you what, it is going to be very close to see what is going to happen. But I tell you this, so we'll see what's going to happen for race number 3, final race of the evening. And the sun has come out, so it's warmed it up a bit. The fans are enjoying it, we're enjoying it in the commentary box. I'm sure you're enjoying watching the stream. It is going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly how well things go for the last race of the evening. But I cannot wait to see exactly what is going to happen. But, you know, who knows exactly how quick. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. So it's going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly what's going to happen for the last race of the evening. I must say, it's been quite good. A few incidences there and then, but you know, fair play tonight. It seems that there's a lot. There's not really much. There's been a few argy-bargy moments, but it's not been thereabouts. It's been. We'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But hopefully race number 2 is going to be good. Race number 2? I mean race number 3, come on, get a grip. I do apologise, but let's see how race number 3 goes then. Well, let's see how well things go. I think Dale will be on pole position, followed by Oscar. So let's have a look for a very interesting moment at Lago then for race number 3, the final race of the evening, then followed by, so it is Dale, followed by Oscar, followed by Nathan, followed by the Rooster, followed by Jamie, and of course Finley. But if you look at the tail field where Noah starts, he's not even round at the last corner at the moment, but excuse me, but hopefully we get a very good final race of the evening. It might be very interesting to see who is going to turn out to get another race win, but is Dale going to convert it? Or is Oscar going to pounce that Matt Donald's Mustang versus the Frosty's machine? Or is Nathan Rombout's going to latch onto the back and take them into a race winning performance? Dale has a bit of a slide though. It looks like Oscar's going to try and chase him down, but Nathan's there with Andrew Osler trying to latch onto the back of Nathan Rombout already. The little nimble Toyota GT86 probably is going to get swallowed up by the Evolution as we go down the sort of the back straight here at Lago. Woodsy, he's going to try and get the move into Mobile, is he? As Oscar takes the race lead then, so Oscar takes the race lead from Dale for the time being, but Andrew Osler is got to be careful because that nimble Toyota GT86, it's going to be thereabouts. We'll see how quickly he gets on with it, but Jamie's also chasing him down. Brian Moncani up in 6th, Rasmus Omeron now 7th, Brucey Collins 8th, with Finley in 9th, then followed by Nuno, followed by Noah. But, oh my goodness, the 3 cars wide! The Rooster gets into 2nd, oh my goodness, how did he manage that? The Rooster up into 2nd, you know, he's thereabouts, but Dale's going to try and get that attack done. Looks like Jamie's also joining in, but Jamie's got into 3rd, followed by Nathan Robots, followed by Dale, and of course Rasmus and Brian Moncani, the 2 GTRs, so it seems to be thereabouts, but Dale still in 5th place then, with Brian Moncani 6th, Rasmus Omeron in 7th, then with Bruce Collins in 8th, followed by Nuno 9th, Finley in 10th, then followed by Noah in 11th at the moment. Dale's had a bit of a skirmish off track there, but you know, fair play. Being back at racing for how long, not been racing for how long, but fair play. Oh, Brian Moncani has a bit of a clip from Rasmus Omeron. Don't know whether that was on purpose or an accident, but it looked to me it was a bit of a move, but never mind. But Rasmus Omeron gets through into 5th place then, so he's going to have to now catch up to the 4 ahead of him, should I say. But it looks like Nathan Rombout's, you know, the Toyota GT86, he says he's not liking it so much, but at the moment it's a little nimble pocket rocket. He has that move on Jamie though for 3rd place at the moment, so he's actually doing a stellar job, but runs a bit wide there, which is allowed Oscar to still lead the race then, so Oscar could be on course for a 2nd race victory this season. Rooster in 2nd, Jamie 3rd at the moment. Rasmus, what are you doing? He's got up in 2. Oh, I thought he got up into 4th. No, he hasn't, because Brian Moncani takes 5th. Oh my goodness. He's going to he's swapping paints with Brian Moncani. Swapping paints to 2 GTRs. Brucey Collins is also there. This is going to be close. I'm surprised they've not really took each other to the paint shop and asked for samples of each other's cars at the moment, but you know, Brucey Collins is trying to get there past Brian Moncani. Has he got it? Yes, he has. He's sandwiching. He's in that GTR sandwich. But I'll tell you what, fair play, he's not giving up, it's Brucey Collins. But I'll tell you what, Dale is still there, mate. Nuno in 9th, then followed by Noah in 10th, followed by Finley now in 11th. But it looks like Oscar could be another 2-time winner if he keeps it together. Andrew Osler 2nd at the moment, Jamie 3rd, Nathan Rombout's 3rd, Rasmus 4th, 5th. Nathan is 4th rather, I do apologise. Getting way ahead of myself. Brucey Collins goes wide. Oh no! That's allowed Brian Moncani to get back into 6th place then. Brucey in 7th and Nuno 8th. Dale in 9th then followed by Noah in 10th, followed by Finley in 11th. But Dale's going on to the attack of Nuno, but he's lost out to Noah there. That is a bit unfortunate. But fair play, Dale is learning back the ropes of racing after having a few weeks away. You don't blame him, to be fair, but the two Belgians, the two best mates off track, 5th and 6th at the moment. Oh my goodness. But this is getting very close because Jamie Hillman, that is right, Jamie Hillman in the Texaco sponsored BMW tried to push a move onto the Rooster in the Repsol inspired Mitsubishi Lancer. He seems to be thereabouts, but that's allowing Oscar Stevenson, yes, race 3 winner at Alsace Village in the first meeting of the season, who's yet again leading the Roosters. Very lucky not to get a penalty there after running wide there, but you know, fair play. Still holding off Jamie, and Rasmus Ommeren is also there. Rasmus! Where is that? Oh, there's a bit of contact between Rasmus and, of course, the Rooster. Oh my goodness. Jamie's thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, this is going to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you this, it is going to be, oh, 3 cars wide. Jamie and, oh my goodness. This is got to be careful, because this has seen so many issues between certain drivers. But Rasmus is there. Oh my goodness. Jamie's also joining in that battle. Oh. This is really a bit. Oscar goes off there. Has he had an issue? That's a bit unfortunate. That's allowed Rasmus Ommeren to get into the race lead, followed by Brian McCartney and Jamie. And of course, Nathan Rombolts, followed by Brucey Collins, Nuno, Noah, and of course now Oscar. Back down into 8th place then. Had no idea what had happened to Oscar, but he's dropped down to 8th place at the moment. It's a bit of a shame. It's literally getting a bit I've got to be careful what I say here, but it's getting a bit tense and it's getting a bit crazy at the moment. But Brian Mulcahy takes the race lead then with how many laps to go. It is going to be thereabouts, but you know, Brian Mulcahy is in 1st place, followed by Rasmus, then in 2nd place, followed by Jamie in 3rd at the moment. Nuno trying to put Jamie under threat because Jamie runs a bit wide. I'll tell you what, I think the Rooster's gone. I think the Roosters had a bit of an issue, but this is the problem. It seems to be a lot of cars fighting for positions that, you know, and it just seems that it's not really been a bit calm at the moment. But Jeremy's there trying to get still alongside. Oh, Nuno! Oh, what a move! Jamie's thereabouts in 3rd place, followed by Nathan Rombolts in 5th at the moment. Nathan is going to be, I know he doesn't like the car, but fair play, he's doing okay. But then he's got Noah alongside, then he's got Brucey Collins. Oh my goodness, this has got to be, oh, this is where, this is why we've had so many, I'm not going to, you know, there's battles, but this is why there's a bit of issues up and down the paddock. But I'll tell you this is really, you know, it's very hard to literally push on. But Nuno's there. Jamie, oh, Jamie and Nuno, that was nearly a bit of a heart-stopping moment. Jamie goes a bit wide. Nuno has got to be careful. But this, you know, this is exactly how, I know it's racing, but sometimes it isn't. But Jamie's thereabouts. Noah's dropped back, but I'll tell you what, gotta be careful. Jamie's still there in 3rd with Nuno in 4th, then Brucey Collins in 5th place then. So So that's allowing Brian Moncani and of course Rasmus Ommeren with around 4 laps to go. Or should I say 3 laps to go in this race. But there's a lot of battles. Dale's got a bit of a penalty. I know Dale's back racing, but seriously, it's got to be very close. But at the moment, we've seen what is going to happen. Jamie's trying to latch onto the back of Nuno. Nuno's going to try and go one way. Jamie's going to try and go the other. But this is the thing. I'll tell you what. Nuno is there. Jamie 4th now. Brucey in 5th. Then Nathan Rombout in 6th at the moment. Noah in 7th. Then Finley in 8th with Oscar in 9th. Then have no idea what happened to Oscar to lose that race lead. Brian Moncani still leads the race then with around 2 laps to go in this race. Nuno in 3rd then, followed by Jamie in 4th then. Jamie's going to try and get that attack back, but you see, this is exactly, you know, it's getting thereabouts, but I don't know exactly what has happened to the Rooster. It seems, you know, a lot of cars are trying to fight for the... Because I hit my headset, I do apologise. But a lot of cars are trying to battle for the same bit of track, and I think half the time it's not going to work. But, you know, fair play. Nuno's still holding on for 3rd at the moment. Jamie's there in 4th, with Brucey Collins trying to catch up. It seemed a lot of cars weren't going into places. Nathan in 6th, then followed by Noah in 7th. Finley 8th, Oscar 9th, and Dale in 7th at the moment. But Brian Moncani onto the penultimate lap we go then. It's going to be thereabouts, but it is so very much on course to see what is going to happen. But you know, Brian Moncani is thereabouts. Rasmus Ommeren in 2nd then. Jamie 3rd now. Nuno 4th. With Brucey Collins 5th, trying to catch up to that Subaru, the Genesis, trying to catch up to the Subaru with Nathan Rombout, who's little nimble Toyota GT86. It's only a little car against the big cars of the Subaru, the Genesis and the BMW versus the Mustang and the GTR, I suppose, and of course the Lexus RCF. But Brian Moncani though, he's got a 1.5 second gap from Rasmus Ommeren at the moment, which seems to be a lot of things. I don't know what really happened to the Rooster, but Nuno's got a 5/10 penalty. That is going to hurt him. The Portuguese racer, that is going to hurt him big time. That is going to drop him probably down to 6th. Nathan Rombout gets a bit sideways there, but Nuno back into 5th then. Nathan Rombout his Toyota GT86 as we go on to the final lap of the final race of the evening. Oh, Dale's had a bit of an off there in the Lexus RCF, which is a bit unfortunate, but Jamie's trying to hold on for dear life versus Brucey Collins, and of course Nuno trying to hold on for dear life from Nathan Rombout. We'll see exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them. It will be very close. Noah in 7th then. Finley in 8th then, followed by Oscar 9th. Have no idea what happened to Oscar. And Dale in 10th place at the moment. Fair play to this guy, Brian Moncani. Championship leader. Don't know what it's the points are going to be like tonight, after tonight though. But he will be, I'm sure, thereabouts. But Jamie's got a penalty. Brucey Collins, Nathan Rombout, Nuno and Noah. We're all battling for 3rd at the moment. This could be a very close battle, but Brucey Collins will be delighted. Nathan Rombout and Nuno, oh my goodness. Oh, this is what I mean. But Brian Moncani will take a race win, followed by Rasmus in 2nd, so it's a GTR 1-2. But Brucey will take 3rd, Nathan Rombout 4th, Nuno 5th, Noah 6th, Jamie 7th, Finley 8th, followed by Oscar 9th, followed by Dale in 10th. But that was a bit, I don't know what was going on, but it seemed to be a lot of battles and cars weren't going in places where they shouldn't be. But it's so hard to literally have one of them. But I tell you this, it is unreal. But Brian Montgomery, fair play to him, takes the fastest lap as well. So the Belgian is on course to be thereabouts, but we'll see exactly what is going to happen. But Brian Montgomery will take a well-deserved victory yet again in Eldar Sim WTSC. So Brian Montgomery takes the win from Rasmus, followed by Brucey Collins in third, followed by Nathan Rumbounce fourth, followed by Nuno fifth, followed by Noah in sixth, followed by Jamie in seventh, Finley 8th, followed by Oscar 9th, followed by Dale 10th, and the Rooster did not finish Brian Montgomery on lap number 6 with 123.7. It is going to be very close. I am not too sure exactly what has happened, but it'll be thereabouts. But we'll see exactly what is going to happen. But until next week, guys, I'm going to go because I feel like it is going to go absolutely crazy. But until next week, guys, I have been Hoppers for Eldar Sim Racing. We have got a new championship on Monday. Looking forward to commentating on that. It will be the Multi-Car Choice Championship, and I can't wait to see what has happened. So until then, have a good week and take care. Ta-ra.